Let me start with you. Um, how do you build trust and report with potential clients? And what role does storytelling play on sales approach? Can you share knowledge with us on that, sir?
All right, thank you for that. How do I build rapport with my clients? Okay, first of all, I've gotten to understand that every person is important. Every person is important. And in the
Yeah.
bid to closing deal, I should not underrate anyone. I should not underrate anybody. In fact, I just finished a conversation with a thriving real estate company in Warri, and I was sharing with them how that the highest sales I've gotten ever came from somebody I never believed in. Somebody that was even my colleague in class that was not even having enough funding to take care of himself and all. I just believe in him. When I have some cash, I will just, take care of him. And by the time he started making some good cash and he wanted to invest in real estate, my thought came
Mm,
to his mind. And he sent me some millions without even
mm.
bothering to go for inspection to check the property. And I managed the funding well for him.
Wow.
I managed it so excellently well that I even had to go to his house. We conversed. I showed him opportunities. I gave him updates, updated him on trends, And this guy felt so in love with how everything went. And the next time he wanted to buy, guess what? He was not buying one, he was not buying two. He bought times 10 of what he bought initially. And we flew to Lagos together. And that has also been
Mm.
my second highest sales I've made ever in real estate. And that's taught me a lesson that I should not underrate
Wow.
anyone. So I've had several
Mm.
clients like that, that they just trust me. They're just like, oh, guy, I love what you're doing. I love what you're building. And one of the things I've been able to incorporate into my sales system is to build an excellent communication system with my prospects and my clients. That, I've built so
Mm.
much with some of my clients that one of my clients said that I should be the one to sign as his father on his wedding. That was, I'm like, that was quite, we and that guy, how I met that guy was one of my other persons who could not close him because he had a lot of objections because he has been scammed and all.
Mm.
But we just spoke. There's a way we spoke. Since that day, the guy started calling me my brother, my brother. You can understand that kind of thing. So for me, I have featured in excellent communication, and I relate with my clients so much like we are family. I've bridged the gap. Any gap that I want to serve as
Mm.
them seeing me as somebody that I can't trust this guy. There's nobody I have related with that did not trust me easily. Why? Because I've infused transparency,
Mm.
I've bridged the communication gap, and I also introduced storytelling, just like I've said. What role does storytelling play? Even when I want to convert, I
Mm.
mean, I teach brands, I teach organizations. When I want to convert them to buy into my offer, I tell them that, see, there's a lady that we taught, and she was able to bring in a boss to buy into what we are selling. And this man did not
Mm.
buy one, he did not buy two, he did not buy three. He bought over 600 plots at once. And that was over 600 million, bro.
Wow.
600 million in one day. And the realtor
Mm.
got 10%,
Kai.
that's 60 million. Who wants to hear that one person made 60 million and
Mm.
we not tune into what you have to tell them? So I've just infused all of these. I tell
Kai.
beautiful stories that just it gets them optimistic that, yeah, this is possible. Let me just pause here for now.
You're right. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Yourself. Wow, wow, wow. Like I'm like, oh God, it's like I'll come for personal class so that you can actually teach me how to know. So I need money too. Okay, because Mr. Ito is not here, I think we should just move forward with our talk. You know, just like what you've said, you shared a lot of, like, you shared story with me on how you were able to, how you were able to get the deals, and how people were able to recommend you, and how people were able to buy property from you. In this real estate of a thing, there are times rejections do come. So I would love to ask you this question: how do you handle rejection or objection in when it comes to sales, and what strategies do you actually use to overcome them?
All right, thank you for this excellent question. When I was learning from one of my coach, he mentioned that objections are not something that should drive you away. Objections should not
Objections
drive
are
you
not
away.
something that you try. Hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because
Hmm.
when a client objects to what you have to offer, feel free to ask, is
Hmm.
there a reason why you are objecting to this? Try to know. Is it the price? Is it my
Hmm.
customer service that is making you? Is it the location? Is it the product packaging?
Hmm.
By the time a client show an objection to what you have to offer, that client is just telling you, ask me questions. That is the best time to get to know
Hmm.
what area of issues that you need to focus on to solve, because sales is all about solving problem, and most people are not really ready to solve problem. Meanwhile, what they are focused on is
Exactly.
how to collect the client's money. Exactly. They are just focused on, I beg, how
Hmm.
can this money just jump into my pockets? Meanwhile, only few people are focusing on solving problems. So for me, because I'm focused on solving problem, when a client objects to what I have to offer, it gives me an open room to now ask them a
Hmm.
question. Please, may I know what the challenge is?
Hmm.
And there is nobody. One of the ways I've been
Exactly.
able to overcome objections so much, yeah, one of the ways I've been able to overcome objections so much is that I make my clients know that I have their best interests at heart.
Exactly.
Are you getting it?
Exactly.
I make my
Yes, sir.
clients know that, see, I'm in for your best interest. And then how I show them that I'm
Hmm.
in for their best interest is that I start giving them premium information. I start educating them. There is nobody I have educated. There is nobody. Selling is all about showing. Selling is not just talking, talking, talking. I show them the
Hmm.
possibilities. I show them the realities. I show them the expectation.
Hmm.
I get them into the process. By the time I get them into the process, in their heads, they are not even thinking of leaving me. They are thinking of what next thing can they do? What next big thing can they do with me? So when they come, only few people always
I.
come with objection.
Hmm.
So when they come with objection, like, I don't think I want to opt in for this, I ask them a question because I make them feel like,
Hmm.
actually, I don't need your money. I actually don't need your money. But meanwhile, I need their money.
You have cast your secret, sir.
No, that's the fact, so because nobody wants to give you their money, brother. Nobody wants to give you their money. So when you make them feel like,
Yeah.
I'm interested in your good, I want you to do well, I want you to get the best product. You might even go as far as, the way I even go is, I even go as far as, please, if you know anyone who can sell this thing to you better, if you know any way you can get it better, please talk to me. I'm a consultant. I will guide you on how you can get
Hmm.
it done. And they just get safe in my hands and feel like, it be like, say, this guy different. So when they object to whatever I'm offering, let me just round up on this. How I'm able to close them is that I
Hmm.
stop talking about the product entirely. After asking them questions, may I know why you
Kai.
are objecting to this? They tell me. I take their mind, I take the conversation of the product. I start getting interested in their life. I start getting interested in what will happen to
Hmm.
them when they actually buy into the product. And they start opening up to me. By the end of the day, I don't even mention the conversation about the sales again. They end up coming back like, if you like say you really get me for art, so let's revisit that conversation again. So
That's
let me not
so.
just divulge all my secrets. Let me pause there for now.
Thank you so much. Hello, Mr. Issy. Good evening. Thank you. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, Mr. Issy. Are you with us? Hi, Mr. Issy. Are you with us?
Yes, I can hear
I
you.
think
Can you hear me
Thank
now?
you.
okay.
Okay. Oh, thank you. So, Mr. Issy, sir, Moses has actually, he has said a lot of things about, sales strategies and how to close the like. Even like I say, I was like thinking, I'm not even thinking again. Like I've concluded in my mind, this matter has been known between me and my spirit like this now. It's like I'm going to be applying to his to his mentorship class. So he can actually teach me on how to know. Me too, I want the earn 60 million. What is this? What kind of intimidation is this one? This how anyway, so Mr. Isi, I would love you to share knowledge with us on what personal branding is and why is it essential for professionals today. We've been talking about sales strategy. I think one of the things that will have helped Sir Moses to be able to achieve that is because he actually was able to build a brand that people happens to trust, right? One thing about personal branding has to go with trust and value. But I would want to spill these things out, but I want you to actually, tell us, share knowledge with us on what personal branding means and why is it essential for professionals today. Thank you so much, sir. Over to you, Mr. Isaac.
All right. Follow stepping out and coming in, stepping out and coming in again. The network of the country is blessed. So yeah, your question on personal branding. What is personal branding? How exactly does it affect our career? Okay, let's first understand that there is a difference between branding in the market sense and branding as a person or as a career person, as a career driven person. I said it
Hmm.
earlier while I was talking about, I think, the function of TWCC before the network stuff. I was mentioning that a lot of techies out there, a lot of tech person out there, or those with digital skills, they just get to learn a digital skill, they get to learn their digital skill, and that's all. They feel after I'm done learning, I should start getting jobs. It
Hmm.
won't work like that. That is why some of them get to spend about 8 years, 10 years in the field, and yet there is nothing to show for it. Personal branding can be a whole game changer in this sense because personal branding has a way of putting you out there. Like before you gave me the chance to speak, you mentioned something about trust, getting people to trust you, getting people to recognize you, so they can actually want to go into something with you.
Hmm.
So firstly, understand that authenticity is the new currency in today's marketplace. Make sure whatever you are doing is unique to you, is unique to you in a way, because people try and kind of
Hmm.
underrate the value of uniqueness, the value of authenticity in this day. Make sure it's unique to you. I'll start like this. What is personal branding is all about? So let's get it. If you feel as I'm branding myself personally unique and all of it, what does it mean? Because personal branding is kind of promising to your client that, oh, I'm giving you this promise of quality, I'm giving you this promise of consistency and reliability. When they recognize you in the market, they recognize the value you are able to put out there, they will be willing to go into something. I keep saying go into something with you because everyone has their different objectives in
Exactly.
the market. So let's get to understand that personal branding is all about showing the world who you are and what you do. It's as simple as that. Showing the world who you are and what to do. Get
Hmm.
what you do for them to know you.
Mm,
It's more like
yeah.
being a name tag.
What
You
you
go
do.
into an organization right from the gate with the security officer putting on a name tag, stating his name and stating what he does, and his threat, all of it. That's what personal branding is all about. So it's you coming out and saying, hey, my name is Isidame Islam. My skills are project management and brand development. That's personal branding. So there are lots of things for you to do to achieve that. To get it's easy for you to talk to one person and say, my name is Isi Daume and this is
Hmm.
what I do. And another thing entirely to talk to a whole crowd or the world as a whole that this is my name or this is who I am and this is what I this is what
mm,
apologies, this is what I do. So let's get to understand that the way to build, the way to work on your personal branding, firstly establish a strong online presence. Establish a strong online presence. Get to understand which particular, like the way I did it, because when I mentioned people going for 8, 10 years without personal brand and actually thinking, why is my career not going far? I started to realize it, I think a year ago or 2 years ago, what I should do. Firstly, understand which particular social media network or social media app, should I call it an app now, which particular social media fits my career niche. You have to niche down. You have to understand which particular social media career niche. For example, you are a content creator. You're a content creator. You are into, let me say, comedy. You're into comedy. You're into the comedy
yeah,
business, putting out videos there that people get to laugh at.
yeah,
I Putting your post on X, formerly known as Twitter. Putting your video there won't actually give you that audience you are looking for. So you have to understand this
yeah,
special or the social media handle, the social media app that will actually channel or let people know, understand what it's all about. That's when you get to see TikTok and Instagram. So that's number one. Create a consistent online presence.
exactly.
Use the same picture, bio, and what have you. Then also develop a content strategy. I see people out there, they get
Mm,
to when I just felt I want people to get to know me and what I do, so it's too busy for me. I was just posting, especially on LinkedIn. I was just pushing out content. There was no strategy in place. I just know something comes up in my head. Let me post. Let me just share. If you don't bring up a content strategy that you follow to the letter, it will be a bit difficult because you should get to showcase your self through content strategy, putting up time and everything. If at all, if you think you don't really have that time, then you can employ the services of a social media manager. Do that. Then also engage
mm,
with your audience. Engage with your audience. Make sure you respond to comments, you respond to messages. Get to relate with them on the ground level. It's not just about posting and expecting engagement. Get to relate with them on the ground level. That's one of the reasons why my WhatsApp is open to everyone. I get to respond to everyone's message. No, I was in conversation with somebody earlier on, and he was like, I have about three virtual assistants working for him, and I was like, it's not really going to be good because firstly, in this field with three virtual assistants or whatever, people can't relate with you. People can't relate with you. They have to go through systems just to get to you. People don't like that. People don't have the patience for that. So for you to get them to understand you, to get to know you, relate with them, and build a strong connection and strong network, engage with your audience. It is really good. Then invest in personal development. Make sure you have value to give out. Make sure you have value to give out.
exactly.
Value makes them
Yeah,
keep coming back. They want to keep coming back and find that value. Make sure you have that particular quality that you're looking for that can actually solve their problem and they'll keep coming back. So yeah, thank you, sir.
thank you so much. You know, when you were actually speaking, you actually touched one particular part where and question. I was now developing a particular question to ask you. You talked about the social media platform where you have to which everyone who actually have a brand or own a brand must actually understand the system of each social media platform. I would love to ask you, though you've actually give an answer to that, but I would love you to contribute more, more thought to that. So I'd love you to contribute more thoughts to that. That is, how do you stay authentic and consistent in your personal branding effort? I believe we need there are times where you keep showing up, you are actually consistent in what you do, but you are not seeing the result like that. Though the engagement is not like what you expect, even though you spend money on ad, you employ social media manager or something, or you choose to handle it yourself. No, there was a stage actually where I happens to post on Facebook. I'll always be the first person to like my post. I'll comment on my post, at least to give myself small morale. You understand? To celebrate myself, to appreciate myself for at least doing something.
As in,
To celebrate myself at least for like doing something. So it happens. So can you just tell us, because some people are actually tired about this, always posting. It's not that people will not read your post. In fact, what even shocked me the most, that make me know that people read my post, is always the impressions I get, most especially from
on it.
Facebook and from LinkedIn. Because you see
Yeah.
about 1,000 people, 1,000 impression, and these 1,000 people are not actually liking your post. They are not comment. Like, if they actually saw the post, why won't you like it? Are you getting that
exactly.
now? And it's frustrating. You understand? So I'd just like you to share knowledge with us. What do you how do we stay authentic and consistent in our personal branding stuff? Can you just share with us?
Okay. I will start with this. I'll give two examples. First, let's think about this. When you meet someone new, like the first time you are
Okay.
meeting someone, the first time you are meeting someone, you form an opinion of that
Mm,
person based on how they present themselves. I keep saying this, that
mm,
you don't get the second chance to make a first impression. You form an opinion of them based on how they present themselves.
mm,
It's the same thing in personal branding. It's just that simple. When people find you online or they meet you in person, they just want to like they'll form this opinion of you, but based on what they've experienced. So let's talk about the social media aspect. When I first started,
mm,
I won't lie to you. I'll just give you from real experience. When I first started, I started with posting quotes that I did not write on my
mm,
own, quotes that I have not experienced before. I just found it either I'm listening to someone
mm.
online and just found it, and it just, there are some words some people will say to just strike you and you be like, power, give me power, that kind of thing. So I'll just write it down, go online, and I'll just write it down, go online and post. And I was doing that in my mind. I felt that thing was powerful. I felt it should be engaging enough because if you read something like that, you can, oh, this should
Mm,
value and whatever. So as time goes on, I made a post on LinkedIn. I'm sharing from experience. I made a post on LinkedIn concerning something how I had this burnout, how I had this burnout due to excess work and everything. Something from my experience. And that post, I was just those times where you keep posting and you just have to be positive about everything, no matter the low engagement and what have you. And it got a lot
mm,
of likes, a lot of impressions. People were reposting. That's when I got to understand something that's where that authenticity comes. I got to understand something that for you to present a very beautiful brand out there about yourself, make sure you are sharing something you've experienced. Share your
mm,
real thoughts. Share your real thoughts, your real feelings, your real experience. There's a difference between sharing your real feelings and sharing what is happening to you in your private life. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this particular
exactly.
aspect of or this particular topic. What did I experience in this book? What did I experience? You are not saying it so people will do like you. You are just saying it so people will learn from your experience. And people love that kind of thing. This personal branding stuff is all about it's deep rooted in psychology. It's the same thing as normal branding in marketing. Branding and
Mm,
psychology go hand in hand. The ability to communicate with people on an emotional level. Branding and psychology go hand in hand, both personal
exactly.
branding, market branding, and all of it. So when you're able to give something that will provoke or evoke emotions in your listeners, it really, really goes a long way. So understand that, okay, you mentioned something about consistency. Understand that consistency is the
Yeah.
foundation of virtue. Because when you are consistent,
Mm,
when you do something like this, especially in personal branding, firstly, we talked about low engagement. Low engagement will actually be so,
yeah.
I don't say frustrating, but that is the word. You just be like, what am I doing here? Why am I wasting my time? What is the point of all this and all of that? And as time goes on, those who don't really have the willpower can just be disappointed and I see the same content or the same profile that's been bringing out posts for a while. Mr. Moses, I the same. profile that has been bringing out a lot of posts for a
like
while.
you can actually see that I was actually grateful when I saw it. When I saw that he changed the stuff, I was like, wow.
I beg. Great
Okay,
stuff. Great stuff. I'm learning.
All right. No, it's not.
okay, Mr.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So what I was saying is that make sure you are consistent. No matter what, just be consistent and figure out that content strategy. It will really, really help. So you won't be posting blindly. Everything you do will be precise and everything. Be consistent in your post. Understand what
Mm,
each social media app requires from you. There are some that are video based. There are some that are a flyer came out, a
mm,
poster came out on how to succeed in LinkedIn in 2025. And I went through that stuff and I figured I know get to notice that at least 90% of what was said here was true. Which kind of post gets the most engagement, the most I think they call it stay time. That is when you see an image online, when you see an image online or a content online, the amount of time you get to spend on it. Understand all those things and it will really, really do well for you. People feel as I've learned my tech skills, for example, I'm a graphic designer. I really don't need to learn social media management. There was something that came out recently. They said
mm.
most business owners now are content creators, and it's the truth. Most business owners now are content creators. Everybody's bringing
Exactly.
out content.
Exactly.
Business just turns into
Oh
a content
God.
creator because you need to
Oh God of
leverage.
money to effort.
You need to leverage.
Yeah.
You need to leverage the online space to get your products out there. So yeah, consistency and authenticity, my apology, is really key in personal branding.
Exactly. You know, when you were saying this thing, something came up. I think it was actually this afternoon. I was like saying something in my, like I was communicating with myself. I was talking to myself. I actually said to myself that if I need to blow, like I need engagement, I need people to to draw the attention of Nigeria. It's easy for me. Wow. I just need to just go out of my own purpose and do something that Nigeria like people who are crazy online. At least you can do stupid thing. You can. I'm sorry, oh Nigeria. Like when you see someone who does something that is crazy and creative, they love that kind of people. Yeah. When it comes to comedy, it comes to some kind of dangerous prank and some kind of like just naked yourself, just the work out for street, you go blow. I know the lie give you. You will blow. That's are the things like though I won't lie to you. If you want to get engagement, these are the things, but it's not actually proper. You have to be creative as well because if you look at how God created us, you get to realize that one has to do something that he or she has been called to do, even though it's bringing out income or not. Just be consistent with it. One day it will pay off. All you just need to do is just be consistent. Thank you so much, Mr. Isi, for that. I really appreciate you for that. God bless you. And this will lead me to ask Mr. Moses this particular question because it's related to the question I asked Mr. Isi. And I would like to ask him, what are the common, no, we've seen a lot of people make mistakes when it comes to sales, right? What are the common mistakes people make? And how can they avoid them? How can they be avoided? No mistakes about sales. Like sometimes you actually want to sell a particular property and you end up not selling
Yeah.
the property because of one particular mistake that your client actually saw and which supposed not well, which not supposed to happen. Yeah, which you're supposed to avoid, but your client end up seeing that particular error and you miss the contract, you miss selling that project to that particular client. How do we avoid this particular thing, and what kind of error can you point us to? Those errors those in real estate must avoid. Even though, in fact, let's also drive it down to those in business, because we have some business owners who are not in real estate but they're into production, food, understand,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
making.
Yeah.
In fact, when it comes to salon, there are also several mistakes made. Yeah, because I remember I went to one particular shop, in one barber shop. Um, I went to have my hair cut. No, when I was looking at the mirror, it looked as if they actually did Nigeria flag. They just designed Nigeria flag on my head. Like one shape is inside, another shape is outside. I was like, is it the mirror that is deceiving me? Or? I don't get to understand what is going on here. And I'm like, oh God, I'm
Definitely.
not coming back to this shop again. So please just share with us, share knowledge with us on that.
All right, all right. That's a very intelligent question. And what I've discovered is that many people shy away from it. So when we are talking about common mistakes, I did a research sometimes back when I was teaching a real estate company in Benin. Some common mistakes people make on their way to earning millions from their products or their services. And then I discovered that one of the common mistakes people make is that they delegate their sales to God's hand. I'm not trying to sound religious, but they have removed the place of hard work, commitment, and consistency. Say, God, this miracle will happen one day. So I see that as a common mistake. Delegating the sales process into the hand of God. Why you are waiting for God to step in? God is waiting for you to actually do something. Okay, if the miracles happen by the hand of God, is it
Mm,
every time that we will not keep depending on that
mm,
to keep happening? No, we have to do something. And part of what we need to keep doing is that
exactly.
we need to be consistent with our showing up. We need to be consistent with our showing up. I
True,
was sharing with some persons earlier
true.
tonight on even when I started sales, real estate, and all. For 2 years of my life, I never made sales. I did not make sale, but I was
Mm,
resilient. That was one of the mistakes people make. They are not resilient and they are not committed to showing up. I was showing up. I was putting up something. I was
mm,
meeting people. And most importantly, I was going for knowledge. Those seminars, those conferences,
mm,
I was paying even when my business was not paying me. I saw the need to prioritize going for knowledge. And by the time the sales came, it was not
mm,
even my client. It was my indirect, my somebody, one of the person I was training
mm.
that could not close the deal,
Along line.
push
Yeah,
it to me. I
yeah.
implemented all the things I've been learning and I closed the deal and I earned so much from that transaction. One, I kept showing up.
Wow.
Secondly, I was committed, consistent. Thirdly, I kept going for knowledge. So I discovered that major mistake people make is that, okay, by them delegating into the hand of God, God bring them a reputable client, a reputable prospect.
Mm,
And at the end of the day,
exactly.
they don't know how to sell. They don't know how to
Mm,
sell. I was having a conversation with
mm,
somebody.
mm,
Somebody reached out to me and like, Mr. Moses, please, can you help me to sell my service? I want more persons to join my content creation class. I'm like, okay, I'm interested. I want to join. What was the price? And I discovered that, first of all, she have not learned how to come up with great offers. Our product was streamlined to only one set
mm,
of people, which are students. So she was not telling me that if you want to join, you
mm.
can pay. They actually is 5K, but you can pay 2K because it's you now. Just pay 2K. I'm like
Ah.
2,000. I will never join that class. Currently, I'm taking a class of project management. I'm taking a class of project management. It's 250K. And for me, I feel like that 250K was a giveaway price. Now imagine I now want to learn something serious, and even if it's
Mm,
10K, I will not pay. But this is what I did. I
mm,
identified what she was not doing great. She did not have a very good offer. So I identified,
mm,
I'm like, okay, this is good. You can sell it for students who are interested but don't have money. I even asked, okay, now that you're selling for 2K, how many people have bought? No much number, because she has not learned how to sell. That's
exactly.
common mistake. Many people pray and God give them the clients, but still they have not learned how to sell. Let me round up the story with this. And I say, okay, I want
Mm,
to help you. I have somebody who is interested. I'm not interested because I feel your class is not for me. I have one of my guy who have trained,
mm,
who subscribe to me monthly, who I want to push to you
mm.
to train him. And one of the disclaimer I gave her is that don't call small amounts. Don't call small amounts. I bet story of somebody who went to the supermarket to get something and he saw the price. Let me assume the price is 2,500, and the guy has almost picked the
So that
stuff
I
and
will
he
go
wanted to pay, and it's gone and the price is 2.5. He
to
ended up not paying. He put a call through to the manager, please can
eh?
you give me the expensive one. The manager was watching from the CCTV
Wow.
camera. He now collected the product, he added some zero to it, rounded it up to 250K. That was only when that guy paid. Same products, but different pricing. So that was the strategy
Wow.
I used for this lady. I'm like,
Wow.
you've not learned how to sell. Immediately, I rebranded the product for her. This service, you can sell it to this person. Give me your most expensive class. It's 10K. Double it by six. In fact, triple itself. Push it to this guy. Give him this
Hmm.
offer. As I'm talking to you now, the guy is the one disturbing me. Please, when can I pay? And now I have connected the lady with the opportunity of who can pay. Despite that, we triple the price. We have connected the guy, but see now, this
Exactly.
girl is not
Hmm.
available to even close the deal. She's not available to close the deal. And I'm wondering, okay, you have
Kai.
prayed. God should bring the clients. God brought the clients. Your pricing is low. I help you to triple it. I help you to double it. The guy is ready to pay. Where
Hmm.
are you to finish the sales process? She's nowhere to be found. Are you seeing what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
most of the common mistake people make is that they
True.
have not learned how to sell. One. Secondly, they are delegating it into the hand of God and they are not hardworking and committed with the process. Thirdly, they are not seeing the need to
True.
upgrade themselves, to go for
True.
knowledge. Tell me how the miracle wants to happen. So what me I do is that
Hmm.
consistently, if I'm selling a product, I learned how to price it. I can sell one
Hmm.
product to three different people with three different prices. Are you getting what I'm saying? I've learned how to price it. I've learned how to
Yeah.
keep going for knowledge in what I'm selling in a way that even when I meet somebody who is more
Hmm.
knowledgeable than me, just by them hearing me pitch that product, even if they don't have money, they'll go and borrow to buy it. Bro,
Exactly.
let me
Exactly.
pause here for now.
Exactly.
Let me just pause here for now.
Oh my God. You actually reminded me of the those days, those my early days, like whenever I drafted any course. In fact, I have done free things all my life because I don't know how to sell. And when I do free things, I just free, free, free. And I see people, showing up for the free. Sometimes people don't show up for the free things. In fact, it's not like I'm not like, wait, should people not like free things? I don't
Ima-
understand.
Not at you.
People want
I've
to
done
buy
that.
buy things where they're expensive.
I've been in that shoe where I was afraid.
Exactly.
I
So,
always have fear. Now, what if people don't buy? When immediately I broke out of my shell, the product I was selling for free
exactly.
for 2K, for
Hmm.
5K. One of the hilarious experience I've had was somebody who paid for my service and told me that this thing, I don't really need that more. I just dey use that to encourage you. I was at the begging you, boss, I beg, when can we do the class? He laughed.
Oh my God.
Bro, you just have to break out of your shell.
Oh God.
Yeah, I have offers of 50K, 150K.
Oh
In fact,
no.
I sell products of 1 million, 10 million, and people are buying. I had to overcome my fears and just start selling.
Exactly.
You need to learn.
Hmm. That is it. That is it. If you actually want people to actually, respect what you do and honor what you do, you have to just build value around what you do. Let them see the results.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Even though you happen not to have gotten any result because you're just starting, there is a way you can actually structure, position yourself that people will get to think that, oh, this person has been in this particular thing for a very long time. I remember one time
Yeah.
on Facebook where someone just, I did something. I think I did something that wasn't professional. Yeah, and the guy just came to my DM and
What?
said, "Guy, when I look at your brand, I saw the things you are doing online. It tells me
Yeah.
that you are more professional in this particular thing. Well, for why you do this thing now?" I was like, wow, me that I'm thinking I'm not professional at all. I'm thinking that people are not even looking at me. Like,
Imagine.
oh God. I just quickly changed that mindset and I begin to grow myself. I grew to a point that I now get to know that this one is beyond what this guy is doing. He has gone far. You getting that now? And if you see KO today, KO is just a name, but it's actually something that rings bell on people's ear. And I'm very certain if I had to bring a course that, or I have to bring one of my book now, or publish any of my book and just put it at the rate of 150, I will see people who will buy. Yeah,
Of
I'll see people who
course,
will be
of
committed
course.
to it. This talk in it takes time, and you getting to study the market, understand how it operates. You understand. So that is it actually. Mr. Isi, welcome back. Thank you so much, guy. Sir Musi, I wanted to call you Sir Joseph. Oh God, please forgive me.
I beg you.
Thank you, Sir Musi. God bless you.
Thank you.
Sir Isi, love to ask you this question so we can actually conclude on what on this particular episode. I'd like to ask you, how do you integrate your personal brand into sales strategy, and what benefits has this brought to your business? Can you share with us, share knowledge with us? We'd like to know your secrets, sir.
My secret. I won't really say I have secrets. It's just applied principles. It's just applied principles. Um,
Mister Univent Tech with Mister.
Samusi's what he said the other time. It's God. It was God that brought it. There's no secret. It was God. Okay.
Moses, can
So
you hear now?
okay. So I'll start by saying this.
Sure,
I
sure.
okay. How to personal brand with you so produce and all of the benefits it has brought. Should I use let me use Univentech Wave as an example. But before I start that, there was this girl that met with me and she was like she found this brand, not a brand per se, more like a product that was channeled into helping those who want to lose their weight and stuff like that, weight loss products and everything. And she was all like, she has used the product and the product is okay, it's nice, it's really working well, it works fast, it gives the results that she was looking for. And it was not like a test run when she used it because she has been using some others and whatever. And she was like, now she's in school, she don't know how to start selling it, and she does not want to into the market, does not want to go into the market with a mediocre approach, in the sense that you start I don't want to go into the details of what mediocre approach means, but you just start telling people, I sell this, I sell this, I sell this. Though that might work, but to what extent? And she was all like, how exactly can she do it? I mentioned something earlier on in during my last question, when I answered the last question about using your experience to get to those get to your audience, using your experience to get to your audience. And I was like, it's really nice that you've used this product. Now it's time for you to tell people your story about how you use it and how it worked. That way you can tell them with this sense of confidence, and people like it when people are confident about what they are giving out. You can tell them with this sense of confidence. You can give this story about your weight loss and how you overcame it. Getting your clients through experience is one very powerful tool. Is one very powerful tool, and they can see it in you that it actually worked. So that is one. Then you mentioned something about Uniben Deckwave and how it's kind of helped my personal branding. When I started personal branding, when I felt that okay, it's not, I think it is network. When I started
I'm with
personal
you. I'm
branding,
with you. Yeah.
all right. When I started personal branding, I decided that okay, I want to get myself out there, because at the beginning I was this shy person. I was not open to exposure, and I was not ready to go to events. I was not ready to go for meetings. If I'm going to have any meetings, it's just going to be closed door, and I'll make sure it's a meeting I can't avoid, those kind of meetings and all of it. So even social media, I was just on my WhatsApp, and when I saw that, well, when I got to understand, I check in because mentorship really helps. When I check in, I saw my mentors. I was like, these guys, I got to know my mentors because they actually took personal branding seriously and they got themselves out there and I recognized them. I got to know who they are and what they do and stuff like that. I was like, which means I really need to take personal branding seriously. So when I decided to start, I started with social media strategy to bring out my love because what I do majorly from the project management and the brand development, what I'm into, I feel that my purpose is to get young techies or young individuals who are interested into tech is to get them together and under one community and get them to understand what tech is and how it influences their society. So that was the basics of my objective. And I let people get to understand that that is what I'm coming in for. I'm not coming in to host an event where I want to get money. I'm not coming in to host an event where I want to get. It was just channeled towards that. So I use that to my own advantage, putting up something out there and bringing people together. So firstly, highlight your unique strengths and values when you've learned that particular skill as a tech individual. I'm always saying tech individual because that is my niche. But as a business person, as a tech individual, someone who is into sales, firstly highlight your values and your strengths. Highlight what you are good at. In fact, right from the beginning, if we are teaching about choosing your tech skill, we usually say that highlight what you are good at. So by doing this, you'll be able to build trust with potential clients based on what you are good at and show them that you're not just trying to sell them something, but you genuinely care about helping them. Something came out. Yes, I saw something on one of my mentors handle. He said something about when you are selling products, don't just sell products, sell emotions. Let people understand that you are doing it for them. You are doing it for them. The target is not just about making money. You are doing this to help them. When you can like channel that value, you can channel that purpose. They will actually be interested in what you sell. So personal branding can actually help in sales strategy that way. It is more than just putting your product out there for people to buy. Like you said earlier on, Mr. Moses, you put out your product there, like that girl's example that you gave. So what people don't know your experience, people don't know about you. You can't just walk up to me. I know a lot of us experience this when you are traveling. When you're traveling, there are these guys that will come. Salvador should be familiar with that. There are these guys that will come in the bus and they'll come with power banks. They'll come with power banks, they'll come with earpiece, they'll tell you to buy power banks and earpiece from them. And firstly, you don't
Yeah,
know them. They are not trusted. Secondly, You've heard stories from people about how they buy these things like this and they don't work out well. They don't get to work out well. So understand that when you are building your sales strategy in line with your personal brand, you understand that feedback helps too because people
yeah,
love that kind of thing. You've experienced it. Tell me what you experienced. Tell me, is it good? Is it something I should go into? I was going to patronize a girl for. I was putting together a gift for someone's birthday, and someone was presenting to me that okay, this is what you can use it to give birth and everything. And it did not take me long to decide if I was going to buy it or not because I've been following her right from the beginning and I've been seeing the feedback. I've been seeing the comments on what she sells. It was convincing enough for me. Understand that feedback really matters. So a way to get feedback from your clients is making sure you approach your clients with wisdom and people tend to, if you're not buying, leave now. I don't care. If you're not buying, leave now. If you know you can't talk well to me, just go. It won't work that way. It won't work that way. Make sure you understand customer relations. It will really, really help. Understand customer relations. If you are selling something at the price of 500,000 and the customer is pricing it at 300,000, just make sure you relate to them on a ground level. Tell them why it's at that price of 500,000. The next thing you just hear for some people is, "Oh, you dey price na market money, please leave." That kind of thing. I was talking to somebody today. I was talking to somebody today on WhatsApp. I needed to put up a website for a project. My personal website designer has not been online for a while now. I was like, okay, please work on something for me. I called on someone else. And the person was like, what is your budget? This is somebody that is very close. We work on a lot of projects. Tell me what is your budget? He first gave me a price. I told him when he gave me the price, I say, oh chim, that is oh God, which kind of project is I mean, which kind of price is this and everything. Then he told me what is your budget. I was trying to be tricky. I won't lie. I was trying to be tricky. be like, let him reduce the price for me and everything. You know what he told me? He told me, okay, sir, I'll pay for the next 24 hours to research on how much it will cost to do this thing. Then you will tell me how much you are willing to pay. I paused and looked at the guy. I was like, apart from the website design thing, you also went to learn customer relations so people will not cheat you. And it's nice. It's nice, nice one. So now I have to go back. I have to go back, research on this particular product, research on how much it is, research on the value it's going to give to me, and research on how it's going to affect my own business. That way, I will know if the price he gave me is actually worth it or is trying to scam me. So, understanding customer relations when you are putting together a sales strategy is not just about getting the clients. When they get to your private DM, when they get to you, how exactly do you receive them? It is one thing to have customer client. I mean, it is one thing to have customers or clients. It's another thing to retain them. That loyalty, that virtue of loyalty, that virtue of
Mm,
trust, them always coming back to meet you.
mm,
There are some people you do it today and tomorrow you'll be like, I'm not doing it again. I'll get another person. That's why some of them you keep going back to them. It's because they
mm,
actually treated you well and they are professional in what they do. They give you the value you are looking for. So yeah, that's how to integrate personal
mm.
branding in your sales strategy. Thank you, sir.
I want to add
Thank
something
you
to
so
what Oti
much.
just said.
Yeah,
I want
yeah,
to add
sir.
something to what
No problem.
you see. People don't forget how you treat them at all.
True.
They
True.
don't forget how you treat them. Let me just pause there. Thank you, OC, for that.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for that awesome contribution. And thank you, sir, EC. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for actually watching this particular podcast. And I believe you've been enjoying all the conversation. Please, I'd like you to do something for us. Please be cool. Don't just watch this podcast, share the link to your friend so they can also join us. And also, though we'll be wrapping up this conversation very soon, I would like you to subscribe if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel. Please, I would love you to subscribe. It's important so that you can always get notification on our next podcast. I don't want you to miss any information. I believe the knowledge shared from our two guest speaker, you actually you've written them down and you're ready to run with it. It is one thing to hear, is another thing to do. Just like the way the scripture says, it is better to hear and do than to hear and not do. So please, I'm begging you guys, please run with the vision of words that have actually been poured out from our two guest speaker. I call them prophets in their field. Like, they are awesome people. Please, I would love you to subscribe as well. If you have not done that, please, I'm emphasizing on subscribing. Subscribe is important. Help our ministry. Come on, help our ministry. Touch that thing.
Yes, so Biko.
Does not bite. Does not bite.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Anyway, Sir Moses, do you have anything you love to tell us, like words for people who happens to they want to go into real estate and they're looking forward to make huge sales. They've not made any sales before, but they've been consistent in posting, consistent, showing up, but they've not made anything. They've not cash out. Just like the way we in Nigeria we always say, we've not cash out.
Yeah.
So what would you like to tell them? What would you like to tell them?
All right. So what I have to say is that the kind of business we are in is a legit business. Is a legit
Mm,
business, and it's not a business where you do some abracadabra and you wake up to having billions stop in your bathroom over the night by
mm,
some ingenues. It takes processes. All
yeah.
right. It takes processes. In
Yeah.
fact, even people that are dealing in illegal business, I've got to understand that they are very hardworking too. They are very hardworking.
Mm,
They are very hardworking. So what I would say is that one of the formulas for wealth is that be hardworking and diligent with your skill. Many people have not seen
mm,
sales as a skill. They have not. That's the more reason why they are not
mm,
seeing the need to refine it. That's the more reason why they are not seeing the need to go for knowledge. They are not seeing the need to go for
mm,
knowledge. So if you see it as a skill, you would actually commit to refining it. You will commit to being hardworking with it.
Exactly.
In fact, most persons are not
Mm.
really ready to be hardworking. We just want to wake up and see miracles. Is that how it will happen? So what I
Hmm.
want to say is that everyone who is actually willing to make money in real estate, or even in their business, they need to be ready to put in the work. There was a lady we were training. Did I share it? Okay, maybe in the class I was before I joined it here. And the lady just started implementing all that we are
Okay.
saying. And guess what? Our boss from Port Harcourt was the one that bought into the estate that she was marketing. The man did not buy one, he did not buy two, he did not buy
Wow.
three. At once, he bought 600 plots. 600 plots, that was over 600 million.
Wow.
And the lady made 60 million in one
Wow.
transaction because she
Wow.
saw the need to put in the work. So what I want to say to you who is starting out or who is already in your business, or even if it's real estate, even if it's sales, in fact every business revolve around sales. So let me just generalize it. In as much as you are
Mm.
into the business of exchanging value for money, exchanging your service for money, please be consistent, be resilient, don't give up. Even when the sales is not coming, don't give up. Go for knowledge, grow with knowledge, and practice, practice, practice as much as you can. Let me pause here for now. Thank you.
Thank you. So you've heard from Prophet Moses, man of the no, prophet of real estate.
I'm
So he
just
said you
so
should
hyped.
practice, and practice. Just keep
Yes,
showing
sir.
up. Okay, so I see. Would you like to tell us something? We're about to close this podcast. We're about to round up, right? Do you have something you'd like to say? About what we need to do in personal brand. You can there are a lot of people who actually I think they are not getting it right when it comes to branding, though they are good at what they said they have. They are good at it. When they present their work, it's great, it's good, but people are not recognizing them. People are not seeing what they are doing. Why? Because their brand or whatever, the way they package, the way they dress, or the way they present themselves is not speaking, or rather is not saying what they're actually doing. So what kind of advice will you give to us? No, will you give to, okay, for us, yes, before they'll slap me through this their hair. What kind of advice will you give to us? So please, can you just share knowledge with us?
All right. Thank you for that. Okay, quickly. Firstly, understand that when you're going to this personal branding of a thing, be yourself. Be yourself. Because an original is worth more than a copy. Take authenticity seriously. Take authenticity seriously. There's something I'm going to say. People, it might library at some point, but please, when you pick someone as a mentor, it doesn't exactly say you should be like that person entirely. Your mentor is just there to guide you. Yours is to be
Mm,
authentic. Yours is to be authentic. It's going to be with principles. This
mm,
was how I did. And even though when you're picking a mentor, don't just look at their
mm,
position at the point you met. Oh, my mentor is successful. I want to be like that. Ask for their
mm,
process. Ask for their process. Ask for their process. It's necessary for you to ask for their process. Know how they got there. That's where you'll be able to refine all of
mm,
their principles and aspects of yourself. So make sure, please, when you are
mm,
doing all this, one thing to do is to leverage your network in personal branding. I mentioned something about authenticity. To make sure whatever you are doing is
mm,
unique to you. And if it is unique to you, also make sure it resonates with what the market wants. Always listen to the market. Always listen to the market, because no matter how authentic you say you are, the market has its wants. So make sure all of them aligns with it,
mm,
because what the market wants 5 years ago might not be the same thing now. So figure out that particular problem in that particular niche and build on it. Then nextly, leverage the existing network you have. Some people feel I want to
mm,
grow my personal brand. I want people out there to know me. The ones that are around you, they've not known you. the ones that are around you, the ones that are immediate, like that are close to you, they've not known you, they've not know what to do, and you're saying I want people out there to know you. One raw advice I would give is that when you're starting personal branding, it's as simple as, oh, I've made a post out there, share to those who you've impacted, who are close to you, share to them, oh, this is the link. Just like this YouTube video, for example, now where you're done with being live, you share on your status, everyone share on their status, they share to everyone. Do something like that. Let your existing network that you have start supporting you. As time goes on, it's like a chain reaction kind of thing. People, it keeps spreading and keeps spreading, and one day through a process you are big. And also attend networking events. I mentioned this during the last live show we had. You brought me on here. I won't lie, a lot of people came to meet me privately and say, why did you say that? I said, if you want to be a tech inclined person, that is, if you want to be a tech, if you want to go into business, if you want to go into sales, and you're an introvert, then it is not for you. I mentioned that, and everyone they were not really, they were like, what did you mean by that? It is the truth. If you know you can't expose yourself, if you know you can't get yourself out there, then what is the need? What is the need? Let people get to know you. Don't be all clouded in that your workspace. Make sure you are always attending networking events, relate with people, let people get to know you, even on a grassroots basis. Then nextly, join online communities. Join online communities that are channeled towards your growth. Then lastly, show appreciation or gratitude. You mentioned something about the way you treat clients. After treating them fine and good, tell them thank you for patronizing me, thank you for reaching out to me, thank you for following me. That small word can go a long way. I mentioned that thing before, that personal branding is based entirely on psychology, the ability to evoke emotion and relate to them on an emotional level. So please don't forget any of those things. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Hopefully you heard all I said, because my network went out.
Sure, sure,
Yes,
sure.
yes. Thank you so much,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
so much, Sam Moses. Thank you so much, PC. I'm really blessed to have you guys around me, and I'm so happy to be doing this with you both. And I really had a nice time with you guys on this live
Thank you.
podcast. I also want to appreciate everyone who is currently watching. I want to appreciate you guys for your time, for sparing out little time to join us on this live podcast. And also, I want to thank you ahead because you are going to share the link of this video to your family and friends so that they can learn one or two from all that have been discussed here, all that have been said here. So please, guys, let's do this. Share this link to your friend, and also want to appreciate you for staying to the very end. It's not easy to watch a live podcast. This is about, we've spent about 1 hour 19 minutes or so, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. No, 10 minutes 19 seconds. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for contributing and for joining us. Thank you, Sir Moses, the prophet of real estate. I've given you a new name now. That's your name from today onward.
I
And Sir
know.
Isi Daomen, the prophet. Huh? Wait till you talk.
I
The
receive
prophet
your
in
good
tech.
word.
That's from Mr. Isi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Good night and God bless you. I love you all. Thank you. Please subscribe. It's important to subscribe. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you guys for joining. Bye.